We are ready for card 2. This is the second one. I gotta remember to get those pieces cut. Now that I opened it, I did not put those in the packet, so I will go back and do that as soon as I'm done here. So this is card 2. Your packet's going to have these 2 pieces in it, and these 2 pieces, along with this designer paper and the base. So I'm going to move this over here. We're going to start with a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper. We're going to fold it in half. Strengthen that down. Then we will need to cut. I'm going to leave those on there for you guys. So then we want to cut this up at 1.5 inches up to the 4.5 inch line, or the 4.25 line, sorry, and then again at 4 up to the center where we folded. So let me get my paper. I'm going to put that in the trimmer. You can either work from the bottom up, like 1.5 up, or if it's easier for you, you can work from the top down and then this will be your front. But I'm going to work from the bottom up. So we need the first cut at 1.5, and we want to go up to where we folded at 4.25, and then the next cut was at 4 inches. I'm going to do the same thing and push up till we get to the fold line at 4.25. Now you can either, I've made this card a couple different ways. You can either go then and cut these off, these 2 flaps, or go ahead and glue them down. And I'm going to glue them down just because I didn't think it felt like, I'm going to call it quality, like it didn't feel as thick and nice, and like the quality didn't feel like it was there when I cut that off. And I didn't like the edge that it left right here after I trimmed it. It's probably me and my how hard I push down with my trimmer, but it just feels sturdier and thicker by doing that along the sides. So we got that, and then you're going to use a piece of this envelope insert that's in your box, and we're going to cut that at, our card is 4.25, so I'm going to go just a smidge below, down to like 4 1/8, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. And I want these rectangles to go up and down, so that's why I cut mine that way. If you want them to go sideways, then go ahead and, you know, cut it this way, so then they'll go across. But I thought you'd see more of them if I cut them up and down. And then the first cut was 1.5, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut that at like 1 3/8. And the other side should also be 1.5. Yep. So I will cut that. One 3/8. We'll go ahead, see, those are going to go on the edge here. Now you can go ahead and do the 1/4, but I cut them for an 1/8 inch border just because I liked it looked a little bit fuller for this card. My first one I did at 1/4, and it just didn't feel as like full. I didn't really like that bigger border on these, so I'm going to go ahead at 1 1/8. And then I'm going to put this one on the other side at 1 1/8. Okay, looks like I got a little. And then the inside, this should be about 2 1/2, just under 2 1/2. So let's see what I got here. I thought that I might have cut this a little big. So I got this about 2 3/8. And you could use the other side if you wanted. I'm going to use the more of the solid one. So this should be like 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. Glue that on there. It's a little bit off. Okay. So you could have also, we're going to want to like crease this in the middle. You could have done all that beforehand. I found it just as easy to do it now, after the fact. So then you've got your Calypso Coral oval, scalloped oval. Let's go ahead and we're going to glue half of that onto the lower portion. So you just want to put a little bit of your adhesive on the lower half of the oval. I'm going to glue that down. Then you should have a small basic white oval. And if I mailed this to you, you've got the zebras already stamped because I didn't know who would have the zebra and who wouldn't. So I stamped the zebra down. And since you're not buying these, or there's no, I think it was okay to send the stamped image because I'm not getting compensation for this. It's, call it like a random act of kindness kind of deal. So then I put the, go ahead and put the zebra kind of close up by the top. And then I came through with the It's Time to Celebrate from the zebra. He's retired. He's retiring in this catalog, so he's really cute, great for little kids cards, or just an animal lover kind of card. And then I put the It's Time to Celebrate right up to his feet. Now you can go ahead and color this if you'd like, to take one of your blends or a marker and color him in a little bit. I did not. I left him just black and white. And then I'm going to glue him into the center of the oval, like so. So I got the double oval punch that is carrying over to the new catalog. We got some pretty peacock paper and some basic white to finish off like the little kickstand for the inside. So I've got the pretty peacock ink, and I'm going to use Happy Birthday from the zebra set over here. Put that on there. Little happy birthday to you. I'm going to slip that into the double oval punch on the bottom. If your paper is not too wide, you will be able to kind of slide it in there and save wasting the big part. And like same here, if your paper's not too wide, you won't have to get the small oval as well. So we're just going to stick that in to get the scallopy part. I'm going to glue that onto the scallop oval like so. And then I used some dimensionals to pop that up. I got the tiny ones here, so I'm going to put 3 across there. To pop that up in this under the little flap when you raise it up, it'll have something to stick to. So raise it up, put my happy birthday down there, and then now it will stand up when you, after you open it, your person can stand it up. So that's card number 2.